and welcome. Thanks for joining us. MLB The Show brings you the National League Championship Series. It's the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. Plenty of storylines taking shape in this series as we set the stage for Game 4, Chris.
Well, if the first 3 games are any indication, this has the look of a series that'll go all the way to Game 7, Boog. I think this is a classic matchup, and we've seen momentum change course a few times already, but I'll tell you what, I think whoever takes this one will be feeling really good about their chances the rest of the way.
Yeah, that's a good point. We've seen it before. Even when you're down 2-1, it seems like a win in Game 4 can propel you to a series win more often than not. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. Today's starting pitcher, Taijuan Walker. Lots of punch-outs, a real strikeout artist, Singy.
Very dominant his last time out, picked up the win, only allowed 1 run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
This one blasted deep to left, way out of here, home run. He circles the bases, his second home run of the series, and just like that, they're out front. It's 1-0. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat. Well, so much for settling into this game, Boog. No courtesy first pitch take right there. He was ready from the second he stepped into the box, got a pitch to hit, jumped all over it. I tell you what, that'll fire up the guys in your dugout.
Here comes Freddie Freeman up to hit. That one drilled left field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. Time now for Dave Roberts' lineup for the Los Angeles Dodgers. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out. A lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a guy who's got decent pop.
Singing some numbers fun with Taijuan Walker, originally drafted by the Mariners. His number was 44. That was his favorite number growing up. But he got traded to the Diamondbacks. That was Paul Goldschmidt's number. Switched to 99 when he moved to Toronto. Hyun-Jin Ryu at 99. So he went 00. Eventually landed with the Mets. But Mr. Met wears 00. So he went back to 99. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees. But they're off to a good start as they pick up a run on this solo shot. It's an early 1-0 lead. You're watching the National League Championship Series on the show. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Here comes the pitch. And that one wrapped foul. What a year 2022 was for Kyle Schwarber. He won the Silver Slugger, led the National League with 46 home runs. The only guy in the majors that hit more home runs than him, Singy, was Aaron Judge. Going to count 1 and 2.
Yeah, and that mechanics adjustment that he made in 2021 with the Nationals, as we saw it start to pay off then, really took flight in 2022 with the Phillies. And every time he swung the bat, it seemed like there was going to be good contact in the strike zone. One of those bats that just seems like it's in the zone for a long time.
One down, Phillies down a run. Out to center. And they get Turner for the out. That's out number 2. And time now for the Phillies lineup. All right, Siggy, how about all the talent in this lineup?
They're deep, first and foremost, but the way that they can manipulate their personnel for matchups and everything else, it's very intelligent the way that they use their team. And I think it creates a little bit of uncertainty for opposing teams, especially in a big game, big series.
Here's Bryce Harper. A little roller up along first. He handles it himself, gets him easily, ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. And it remains 1-0. Top of the second, JD Martinez stands in. The wind of the pitch. There's a strike. Singy, Taijuan Walker originally drafted in the first round by the Mariners back in 2010, and a guy who's put together a very solid career. He was an all-star with the Mets in 2021. Time asked for at the plate, and he gets it.
Well, showed a lot of promise early on, but dealt with some injuries there and a lack of consistency. But over the last couple of seasons has really found it. Like the way that he commands that two-seam fastball. You don't see a whole lot of guys using that pitch as much as they used to, but he's got a good thing working with it.
Right-hander kicks, deals. Swing and a miss, and he struck him out. And that's the first out. David Peralta at the plate. Well struck, right field. And that should be extra bases.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Puts the squeeze on it, and there's 2 away. Next to hit, James Outman. In the air, left field. Marsh towards the line, looking up, makes a one-handed catch. 1 left for LA, but they lead it 1-0. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's the third baseman, Alec Bohm. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Cold night tonight, Boog, and that's a pretty firm fastball right there. I tell you what, memories of getting jammed, they're creeping into my mind right now.
And there's a hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field.
Bryson Stott in the box now. Takes strike 1. That one fouled off.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, try to stay out of a double play here.
Next pitch is outside. Nobody out, runner at first. Swings and lines a base hit into left field. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
Really good swing right there. He got a pitch that he knew he could handle, allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
And that one gets past the catcher. Both runners move up, 2 in scoring position now, and that takes away the double play.
Well, Boog, it's already been a tough start to this inning as it is, and that wild pitch is going to make things even tougher. 2 men in the scoring position now, still with nobody out, so this really becomes a strikeout situation on the mound.
Base runners at second and third here. No outs. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Here's Nicholas Castellanos. There's a strike. Check swing, appeal to first. And yes, he did. He went around. Boom. The runner at third. Stop. Over at second with 1 down. This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Freeman hauls it in, 2 away.
Yeah, that was a wasted RBI opportunity, but competitor like him, he is looking forward to making up for it in his next at bat.
Line drive, base hit. 1 runs in. The second run scores. It's 2-1.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. Next offering is in for a strike.
Good speed on the base pass. He handles the bat Very well. I wouldn't be surprised if the skipper puts on some type of hit and run or a run and hit.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Got him looking. Good job at damage control right there. But 2 runs for him and they jump ahead. We play 2 full. It's the Phillies 2 and the Dodgers 1. Back here in Philadelphia at the plate, Miguel Rojas. The pitch. Swinging a foul over the screen and back out of play. Walker in his 9th season, 30 years old now, a former first-round pick back in 2010. And fouled off.
You know, these Dodgers, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These guys are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Now it's Mookie Betts. Swing and blast one down the line. It's gone if it's fair, but it hooks foul.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
On the ground to third. Fires over to first. And that quickly 2 away. Freddie Freeman up to the dish. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. Nothing doing for the Dodgers here, and our score remains 2-1. Back here in Philadelphia, here's a big power threat. Kyle Schwarber. That one at triple digits. That one's in there. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Stays alive. And the righty deals. Next offering misses down and away. Got it by him for the K.
Pretty simple plan of attack on the mound right there, huh?
Yeah, nothing but fastballs. They just kept putting down the #1 and letting it fly. I like it.
Yeah, me too. And I'd love to hit against that. But, of course, when you're in the box, you think he's bound to change speeds on you at some point. You're just kind of locked up, sort of like reverse psychology.
2 down.
The first baseman, number 3.
2 outs, base is empty. Bryce Harper to the plate. In there, and it's 0-1. Harper in his 11th season, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he's a former Rookie of the Year. That one drifts inside. The 1-1. Good eye right there. That's outside. And now 3 balls and a strike. The wind of the pitch. And it's filled up. On the ground, right side. It's through for a hit. And that extends the inning.
That can be a dangerous pitch if you don't get it inside enough, because as a hitter, you see it coming across the plate the whole way. No problem handling it and putting a good swing on it that time.
This one in the dirt. Harper, the runner at first with 2 gone. The other way. Knocks it down. Gets it there in time, though, and they get it out of the play. 1 left for Philadelphia, but they still lead it 2-1. Back at Citizens Bank Park, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Will Smith. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1. Hammers that one deep left field and forget it. That was a moonshot, and we are starting over. It's 2-2.
Anytime you have a pitch down the middle of the plate, the percentages go up for the hitter to do damage, even if it's a pretty good sinker like that one. Nice piece of hitting there at the plate.
So it's all tied up thanks to the home run. Here comes Max Muncy. He's 0 for 1. And first offering is fouled off.
So you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Well, the hitter looked pretty comfortable on that swing. Pitchers don't like to see that. Let's see how he changes it up on this next pitch.
Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2.
Always having a tough time getting the pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
Way inside, gets out of the way.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. Couldn't hit the fastball at the knees.
Way out in front of that inside pitch there, and just exactly the opposite kind of approach that you want with 2 strikes. You want to let the ball travel, make sure you recognize it, try to shorten up so that you can at least put the ball in play. Clearly fooled, but I think even more so, you question the 2-strike approach.
Rojas pulls it down, and there's 2 gone.
He was all over that fastball right there. I tell you what, if he gets under it just by a fraction of an inch or a little bit more, that's way back.
And that one is lifted in the air and makes the grab. And that is that. Just 1 hit in the inning, but it was a big one right here as it ties the ball game. And we're deadlocked now at 2 apiece. This is the National League Championship Series on the show. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. This is Bryson Stott.
The second baseman.
Miller back to work. And that one missing low. That's in for a strike.
You know, these Phils doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of them. They're doing a good job of working the pitch count, and they've been able to push a couple of runs across to score as well.
Misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Still relatively early, but with the pair of runs already on the board, the ripple effect of that high pitch count might set them up to do more damage later in this game.
JT Realmuto steps in. He was a strikeout victim his first time. Fouled off down the right side.
Some real good life going to the zone on that one.
Strike 2. Good eye right there.
0-2 fastball way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
Goes down looking for the strikeout. Throws him with the heater at the knees. Nick Castellanos at the plate now. In there for strike 1.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. Score remains deadlocked at 2-2. We go to the top of the 5th. Now it's going to be Jason Hayward. The pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. You're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
That misses, and now it's even 1-1. Left-hand batter waits. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. A wind in the pitch. Swings and misses, and the leadoff hitter retired in the 5th. So digging in, James Outman. Flied out his first time. Left field, way back there. And that one is off the wall. Miguel Rojas at the plate. Went down on strikes his first time through. Lifted in the air, right center field. Rojas drifts towards it. And there's 2 down. Here's Mookie Betts. He's already homered here in this one. And first offering is fouled off.
He's got one already tonight. I wouldn't be surprised if he pops another one here.
Outman off of first with 2 away.
Well, pretty clear to me. He was trying to go deep right there, but you got to get a pitch that you can handle.
Throw over to first, and he's back in standing. Can't connect on the curveball, struck him out. So the Dodgers leave one, and this game is still tied at 2-2. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. Brandon Marsh steps to the plate. There's a strike.
Oh, he's looking great so far. It helps when over 80% of your first pitches are strikes. He might be able to go the distance if he keeps this up.
That one hooked foul.
Well, these Phillies need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game, so it's been tough for them to get anything going.
And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss.
Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have guys in scoring position because they put themselves there.
Got him looking for the K. He's got to be frustrated with that call. So the lineup flips over. Now at the plate, Kyle Schwarber. And first offering is fouled off. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at 99 miles an hour. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat. Down quickly go the Phillies. Score remains 2-2. Top 6, and at the plate for the Dodgers, Freddie Freeman. Freeman over 1,000 runs batted in his career, and he's a former National League MVP. In the air, right field. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And a quick out, number 1.
So a drop and drive on that swing. Backside collapsing just a little bit. Trying to put the ball in the air.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul.
A little early on that fastball. I'm sure the pitcher taking a note. Look for an off-speed pitch on this next one.
The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. And a liner out into right center for a base hit.
Seems like he got exactly what he was looking for right there. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
They get the out on Muncy. Here's J.D. Martinez. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning. David Peralta steps to the plate for the Dodgers. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Next offering upstairs. Ripped into right center. Should be extra bases. The run comes in from second. It's 3-2. Throw is high and over his head.
Nice line drive to the pull side. Met it out front, but just stayed through it nice enough and ripped it into the outfield.
So first and second with 2 outs. Here's Jason Hayward. He swings and fouls one off. 2 outs. Couple of base runners at first and second. Third out. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Welcome back. Bottom of the 6th. Trey Turner now.
Not shortstop.
Miller back to work. And a swing and a miss there.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
The 1-1. And he grounds one to the right side. In plenty of time to first, and that's 1 out as they get the leadoff hitter in the 6th.
Good arm side run to that same side hitter right there. Very difficult to put that ball in the air or get through it. Just bores in on the hands.
Harper, batting with 1 down, takes the strike. Popped up, foul territory behind the plate. Smith hauls it in for the out. And a couple of quick outs. And now it's Alec Bohm. And first offering is fouled off. 2 outs. That one at the knees for a strike. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. Outman has this one sized up. Makes the catch, inning over. Phillies down in order. And it's still a 3-2 ball game. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Matt Strom.
And this could be a pretty critical point in this game. They're hoping he's the guy to keep them within striking distance.
Here's the center fielder, James Outman, 1 for 2. The pitch. Late with the swing there.
Looks like he went up there guessing on the first pitch and was going to sell out to it. Didn't make any contact though.
Strike 2.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
And here it comes. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. Couldn't catch up to the heater. And up next for Los Angeles, Miguel Rojas. Lined into left center, base hit.
Now batting, the second baseman.
And now it's Mookie Betts. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye. And he swings and lifts one to deep center field. Rojas going back some more, back some more. Feeling for the wall as he makes the catch. So up next, Freddie Freeman. That misses the zone. 1-0. Activity in the bullpen. Andrew Bellotti preparing to come on if needed. In the air, right center field. This is demolished. Way back and gone. Freddie Freeman bops one out of here. His second homer of this series, and they add on. It's 5-2. That's their third home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot. When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
And up to the plate is Will Smith. He's already homered in this game. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Kicks and fires. That one lifted to left. Marsh moves under it. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. 2-run shot for the Dodgers this inning. It's now 5-2. Back here at the ballpark, here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott.
The second baseman.
The line to kick the pitch. Popped up to the left, into foul ground. Muncy hauls it in, and there's one away. And up to the plate is JT Realmuto. Bounce to third. Muncy. Now a jump throw. And Realmuto is out.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Castellanos in the box with 2 gone. And takes a look at a called strike. In for a strike. And the count is 0-2. And he deals. That's inside. Now a bullet to second base, but he's got it to end the inning. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. They trail at 5-2. Back here in Philadelphia, Max Muncy at the dish. The pitch. And that one clips the corner. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Gonna really need to hang in there with that front side against this left-handed breaking ball.
Got him swinging. couldn't catch up to the heater.
Well, they've had a great plan of attack for him tonight. I mean, finding all the holes in his swing and his approach, just frustrating for him up there. You strike out a guy 3 times in a game, I think that guy's got to go back and really study some video with his hitting coach, figure out how they're beating him, make this adjustment really quick, because word will get around the league in a hurry.
Next pitch is popped up. Real Muto moving under it. And there are 2 outs. 2 outs, base is empty. Here's the left fielder, David Peralta. Lifted in the air, right field. Makes the grab, and that is that. Dodgers down in order, and it remains 5-2. And welcome back. On to the bottom of the 8th. Now the left fielder, Brandon Marsh. The right-hander back to work. And that one lifted in the air, center field. And it's caught for the out. Johan Rojas stands in for the Phillies. First pitch, and that's in for a strike.
Well, they say it's the best pitch in baseball. Strike one. You get ahead on a good hitter as well. Gives you a little bit more confidence to move through the at-bat.
Freeman makes the catch. 2 away.
Couple of pitches and a quick out.
So the Philly batting order turns over. And next is the designated hitter, Kyle Schwarber. Pitch is in there. It's 0-1. That one missed. And a 1-1.
2-1.
Swinging a foul straight back. 2-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
And the right-hander deals. Good job to fight that one off. The 2-2. Some heat there at 98 miles an hour. Phillies go down quietly in the inning, and the deficit remains 5-2. Here's the new pitcher for the Phillies, Jose Alvarado.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their guys a chance to fight back into the game.
And now the right fielder, Jason Hayward. Here comes a pitch. In the air, center field. Rojas under it. Then there's one down. James Outman steps to the plate for the Dodgers. 1 for 3. And that one hammered. That's back there. Bangs off the wall.
First pitch swinging, went up there with a plan to be aggressive. Put a very nice swing on that pitch right there. Got one to drive and just kept it fair down that right field line and into the corner. And it's almost impossible to track those down as an outfielder. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
That one finds the zone, and a count 1-1. Some bullpen action for Philadelphia. Andrew Bellotti getting ready to go. Line drive, makes the grab for the second out. High in the air, out to right. Castellanos gets under it. Makes the play, and it's out number 3. So one hit is all they get. 2-3-4 set to hit in the bottom of the 9th. It's the Dodgers 5 and the Phillies 2. Last chance for the home team. And now for the Phillies, Trey Turner. Bunting for a hit. And that's just foul. The pitch. That one the other way. Hauls it in for the out. Here's Harper now. First offering, and it just misses.
Looking to get something going. This is the guy you want at the plate. He's been great for this team. He is a professional hitter.
Fights that one away. Still 1-2. One down, base is empty. Just misses the mark outside the zone. Next pitch inside. Full count now. The 3-2 is off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that walk.
Bohm stands in here, leaves that one off the inside. In the air, right field. And that'll fall for a base hit. Into third now. So runners at the corners and one out.
With the way defenders track down balls these days, I mean, both from the infield and in the outfield, there really aren't a lot of base hits on balls hit like that. But
Muncy makes the grab, and there's 2 out. Last chance for the Phillies. Here's the Phillies catcher, JT Realmuto. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Harper at third. Bohm on at first with 2 down. Not even close there. And it's 2-1.
Now, an interesting situation. One swing you can tie up the ball game, but if you're patient and work a walk, then you bring the game-winning run to the plate.
They'll squeeze it for the final out, and the Dodgers work their way back to even in this series, 2 games apiece.
Well, you can tell these guys feel great and also relieved to even up the series. There's so much on the line. You've worked so hard to get here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a Game 7 in this series.
And your final score, 5-2. Dave Roberts and company celebrate in the dugout. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Shambi saying so long.
Here now is our final line.